And welcome back to another Askari Cast. My name is Rod Van Blake, author of the Ancient Illumination series as well as Yambani Chronicles. And today we're doing something a little special. We have the creators and some of the cast members from a play, Joyridin, which is coming to us very soon in September. So I wanted to let you all know about that. Uh, Esther Lean is the writer producer, and Akila is the co-writer and director of the play. First, I'd like to ask you two to tell us a little bit about what inspired you to come up with this play.
Hi, everyone. I'm Esther Lean, and what inspired us to really write this play is just the themes of family and mentorship and just providing guidance to like people who are younger than you that kind of needs a loving like leadership and guidance and stuff. And for me particularly, I like the thought of being guided by someone who's like older than you, like getting that mentorship. And then I like so far I've been writing things that are around family and identity and what makes us who we are and who's come before us. And so that those elements are also like enjoy writing and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of where I am as a writer right now to the types of stories. Um, it was like Aquila hopped off right when I was wrapping that up, but
Yeah.
that's one thing that uh,
Okay.
kind of
Good to know.
inspired it. And I wrote something before about a road trip, and I just thought it would be interesting to kind of see a different generation on a road trip too. I thought that would be funny, and um, I don't write funny really, and Akila's really good at that. So I asked her, "What does she think about writing something like this?" And she was really for it, and we got straight to work.
Okay. What about you, Akila? No. We'll.
Can y'all hear me pretty well?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay,
There you
now
go. What was
Yeah,
part of your
Esteline,
inspiration?
you're funny. I think I hear me. Oh, I think that Esteline, I think you do have a funny bone. I was just able to. I think once the two of us started, we got our mojo. I think your funny bone got activated. So like a lot of Diamond's lines that were funny, we came up with. So I think we
thanks,
each
thanks,
had,
Key.
equal parts funny, equal parts serious.
Yeah,
So
we definitely
yeah, we had a great good
worked
time
off of.
writing it.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, it was a blast and everything.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. That's awesome. It's good to have chemistry with creative partners, and it's something I've never written a play, so I don't have that experience. I've only written literary novels, and we are also joined by a couple members of the cast. We have Karen Chase, who plays Ruby, the grandmother, and we have Rachel Johnson, who plays Diamond. We'll start with Karen. Introduce yourself to the people and let us know what's going on and how you feel about your role in this play.
And my name is Karen Johnson Chase, and it's kind of funny that Rachel's last name is Johnson because that's my maiden name, and we were matched up in this play together. I'm really excited about the play because Ruby is a very interesting character. She loves God, but she got a little bit of street in her. Well, she got a lot of street in her, and 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 I'm just having fun, just rehearsing the lines and stuff because there are some very funny parts in this play, and I'm really looking forward to see how the audience receives it. I think people are going to really enjoy this play. Um, it's been a blast working with everybody and just, getting to know different people, because I've been doing theater for a little while, but, theater opens up so many opportunities for you to meet different people, and get to connect with people. So I'm looking forward to this. And my granddaughter, Diamond, we'll make it. I think we're going to make it on this trip,
I hope so. Yeah. And Rachel, tell us a little bit about yourself. We know you play Diamond, and let us
Yes.
know what your connection is with the material.
Oh my gosh. I'm actually the opposite of Diamond, which is why it's so much more fun. So, like, I don't know, the best part about acting is you're just going to be somebody completely different and unknown to you. And the theme is something you might not ever touch in your real lifetime. So it's the best part of just like opening up in theater, especially with these people I didn't know. Miss Ruby, hey, you're Johnson. But yeah, so it was meant to be. But yeah, it's been a blast because Diamond is like the complete edgy, rebellious. Like, I'll be edgy in high school, but I won't actually do the rebellious things that she was doing. Like, Lord, the things that people are going to see in the audience, her saying to her own grandma, it's going to like connect so well, because when they connect at the end, it's just going to be so heartwarming and it's going to be so inspiring. So yeah, that's what I love, is that I don't get to be a Diamond in my real life. So I'm having a blast with it.
Awesome. Marlo, she's on production. Tell us about yourself and your connection with the play and how you feel about your involvement and everything that's been going on.
To just kind of help make sure things are ran right, and anything that they can't handle, I'm there to help. I'm just glad to see the amazing story come together, and I can't wait to see the actual play. And the characters that were chosen was amazing. So everyone needs to get their tickets now.
Awesome.
Yes, thanks. Marlowe's are like multi-hyphenated
Jack of all
production head.
Jill of
Helps
all
with the
trades.
videos. Yeah, the videos and the props and the set design. So she's definitely our go-to for a lot of things.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Does anybody have any special connections to grandparents that you'd like to share? Because I know that's a big theme.
Yeah,
of
she's
families.
my right-hand woman.
Oh, awesome. Sadly, I never got to meet my grandmother because she passed before I was around, but I did get to spend some time with my grandfather, ironically, who actually lived in the Baltimore area as a child. So I used to come up and play video games. He had like an old Intellivision. I wasn't really sure why he had it. Maybe he had it for me when I was coming up, but that was one of the main connections. I got to kind of sit around and spend time with my grandfather. With my grandmother, I never got to meet.
Wow. For me, I grew up in South Florida, but I was born in Haiti, and so a lot of my family was in Haiti, and I think that's kind of like I call it the sacrifices of immigration. Like, I didn't have those type of relationship with not only my grandparents, but like cousins and aunties and uncles, just being like oceans apart and stuff. So like, I've always wished I had a relationship with my grandparents, and I think that's why I gravitate a lot towards like elderly people. I feel like I'm trying to find some elderly person to foster me as a granddaughter. I just remember when I was younger, and this is kind of like what inspired my recent like book. I just remember learning that my paternal grandmother passed away in Haiti, and I don't have any memories with her, but I just remember being so pulled to kind of like pray to her and ask her for like protection and stuff. And I was like 9 or something. And so that always stuck with me, why I felt so compelled to. And I think that's just always me wanting to have had some sort of connection with that part of my family.
I used to spend summers with my grandmother. My family, my both my parents were born in Harford County, and my dad, he's from Havre de Grace, and my grandmother used to live in Havre de Grace, and all her other children were right in the same like block almost, like cross the street next door and then up the hill. So I used to go spend some time with my grandmother in the summer, from Baltimore. I was a city kid, so coming there and everything, and it was an experience. And I can remember we had a really great connection. Me and my grandmother. She was a church woman. She didn't know she was strictly godly. That was it. It was no, she didn't have no, but she was fun though. She was fun, but she didn't have the street like Ruby had. She just was godly, and I remember her just times that we would have together, and just being with her. It was a really good. I had a really good childhood with her, and although I only spent a few weeks out of summer there, I would go there every summer until I got about 13, and then of course when I got 13, I was interested in staying home and being with my friends and all. But a grandmother granddaughter connection is very special. My daughter had a really 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 good connection with my mom when she was alive, to the point where sometimes I would feel like I was left out. So yeah. So they had that bond, and she would go spend time with her. They would go on road. And it's funny because, and I'm thinking about this now, my daughter and my mother used to go on road trips all the time. And it was funny though, because when she first started doing it, I would find out they would just go. And I'm like, and that was before cell phones were big and everything. And then I would find out that she was, on the road, or she went someplace. And I'm like, Ma, can you at least tell me when you're going to take her? Because, don't you think I need to know? Well, she's with me, so why should you worry? That was her answer. And I'm like, okay, I understand, but I am her mother, and suppose something happened to me and I need to get in touch. I had to put it that way, not something going to happen to her, but something might happen to me, and I need to get in touch with you. But anyway, that was funny that my daughter used to always tell me we going on a road trip. So it's kind of funny that, now I wish my mother was still here so she could see this, because she probably could identify. Yeah, so she passed away, but yeah, it would have been funny for her to see this.
Right?
Do they have photos of that? That's beautiful. I didn't know that. It's so interesting how the universe works that way. Like,
It just
Wow.
dawned on me just now.
wow.
It really, because I remember one day my daughter, she just all of a sudden called my mother and said, I got to get away from my parents. They are driving me crazy. Can we go on a road trip? Seriously. And she was about, I think maybe 13, 14 when that happened. And my mother said, okay. And they went someplace. And so it's kind of funny that's, now that I think about it, it's really amazing that this is happening. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Rachel, you have a special memory with the grandfather, grandmother?
Oh my God, that's wild. I had a connection with this play too with that. I think that's why it's like I get emotional when we're like rehearsing. I'm like, it's not as forced, So, I knew both my grandmas. They passed away. One of them like 4 years ago. One of them like 7 years ago. But they were very important in our family. One of them was in North Carolina because my mom's from North Carolina, and then and I'm named after her. My middle name is Ann, and her first name was Annie. So it's like I kind of have like a weird connection with my life toward her. She had twins. Everyone picks on me that one day I'm gonna have twins, little stuff like that. But my grandma on my dad's side, we kind of had a childhood because of her, because all my cousins, we all knew each other because of my grandma. We would all go to Six Flags in like the same car, and it would be a huge trip for all of us as cousins. And now we have a group chat as cousins, and we're just like still connected, and we know it's because of Graham. I didn't really have like a grandfather in my life because my mom's dad was gone before I was born, and then my dad didn't really have his dad in his life as much. So I know my grandpa, but I'm not as in contact with him as much. So I feel like I'm always like around my like brothers and my boy cousins, because that's like my male dominance in my life, like my dad and then my brothers and them. But yeah, for this whole thing to be happening with having a grandma and like it kind of healed that wound where like I didn't spend so much time with them before they passed, but like
Yeah.
this whole road trip that we're pretending to do, and like we get to act, and it just heals something in my inner child. I'm like, oh man, I was so like focused on myself that like this is kind of like the connection with my grandma in spirit, you know. So it's so weird, but yeah, that's why I love this play too.
Awesome.
I'm so glad we're having this conversation. This is so beautiful. Like I'm getting chills. Like I needed to hear this. Like, wow. And y'all's chemistry is so like good. I feel like it is ordained. Like just to now it makes sense just from what you both of you guys were just saying that why
Yeah.
it translates well. It translates well.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's so
Yeah.
fun to do.
Marlo, do you have any special memories or connections that you want to share?
Um, just the fact that it does bring back good moments of if your grandma isn't here, all the great times, because she's a fun grandma. And my grandma was fun, but she was church woman. So when you got out of hand with the funness, she knew how to shut you down.
Yeah.
But I get that feeling from her. She gives that fun vibe, but you better not get me wrong, because Granny gonna put you in your place. I love the whole chemistry. It's amazing.
That is awesome. So you were talking about the play Joyridin. So if you don't know, it's at Baltimore Unity Hall on September 7th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in the Baltimore area, come check the play out. It's a gospel comedy. Have a good time. How long is the play gonna run, you think? Like an hour and a half?
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
Could be shorter, but just on the safer side.
It could be shorter. Why could it be?
Wow.
Y'all gonna cut something out of it if we get return showings, or
Oh no. It's just whenever we do time it without everything, it goes about an hour and 10 minutes. But I
okay?
feel like with the sound and the music, it could go like 20, 25.
Awesome, awesome. Anybody got anything else they want to share or tell the folks
Yeah.
about? You want to promote anything, or at least tell people where they can find you?
Oh well, you could find me at Esterline_Velo, V as in Victor, IELOT as in Tiger on Instagram. We have a Instagram page called Joyriding the Play. I forget how, but I think it's Joyriding_the Play on Instagram. So definitely check that out. There's a lot of
It
cute
is.
little
It
gems
is.
on that page.
Yep. Joyriding_the play
Thank you.
is the page you have there. Who we lose? Mother popped off. Also, if people that are watching, there's a ticker at the bottom. There's a link to the Eventbrite, which there are both virtual and in-person tickets available. So be sure to purchase your tickets if you're interested in coming. Check us out on the 7th. Rachel, where can we find you?
I'm on Instagram at Real Rachel Music. I'm also on Facebook, Rachel Johnson. You guys gotta look me up. That would be great. Yay!
Miss Karen Chase, where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Karen Johnson Chase, and I'm also in Instagram, but I always give the wrong thing. I think it's KAIELLEC on Instagram.
It's just so confusing too. And I try to tag you. I'm like, where is she?
I'm a grandma. I don't use Instagram.
It's all
So why
good.
is there so many letters?
Because actually, it's the initials of my name spelled out.
Oh.
KLC. I'm not that creative.
Too funny. Marla, where can we find you?
You can find me on all social media platforms under Marlo Good. On Instagram, it's Marlo_Good, all me. For all custom designs and media, where we bring your alter ego to life.
Okay. Echo. We good. Keela?
You can find me on Instagram at Brown Yogi.
Awesome. Yeah, that should be it, I think. Unless anybody else has anything else to add.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, wait a minute. My Instagram is not what it was. It's KAIELLE. Yay. I was using Johnson that day.
That's Miss Ruby. You acting like Miss Ruby right now.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of feedback, so I don't know if
Okay.
y'all can hear
I
me.
got a question. Who knows the name of the revival?
That's a good one.
What Diamond? What revival are you going to with Granny?
Oh my gosh, I really am just like Diamond. First and last Black Baptist Church revival of the saints.
You got feedback. Hopefully you got it right. I don't know.
Miss Ruby, is that the correct answer?
I don't know. I couldn't hardly hear. But it's Sunday's best on top of the hill. First and last Black Baptist Holy Communion Church revival of the South.
Yes.
We have choreo that goes with the name. So, of the saints, you got to tilt your
Yeah,
head.
you got to tilt your head, but I couldn't tilt my head now. This one on top might make my head fall off.
You got to shift your wig of the saints. Then you shift the wig. You got to do the wig shift, and then you be like of the saints.
Got it. Well, I appreciate you all taking the time out of your day to come introduce yourselves and help promote the show. I will upload this to Spotify, and be sure to send me links to either your websites or socials you want me to promote, and we'll make sure we get that to people as well.
Thank you. I appreciate you having us on this
Thank you.
show.
Guys.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Have a good night.
You too.
See
Take
y'all
care.
at the revival.
See you at the revival of the saints.
Yes.